Everybody wants to be a Panther until it's time to hunt. Inside P-Town, let's hunt.
What's going on, YouTube world? It is your boy P-Way, your host of Inside P-Town, and welcome to the first episode of the 2026 season, man. I feel like Cam Newton right now. I'm feeling like Cam Newton. I am so glad to be back. For those that don't know, I am a member of the U.S. military. I was deployed all last year, then came back and had my son. It was just a whole lot of stuff going on, but I am back, and I'm glad to be back to be creating content again for all the Carolina Panthers fans right here on this channel. And thank you guys for tuning in. Now, on this episode, I want to get into what I believe is the single most crucial key for the Carolina Panthers to be successful in this coming season. I think there's one key factor that is more important than the rest that I'm going to reveal in this episode. We're also going to talk about 4 of our players in the top 100 and a possible trade in the future. So without further ado, let's get to it. Now, first and foremost, I want to start with this, right? We have had 4 players named to the NFL Top 100. So this is a list that is made by the players. That means that players are recognizing players. Players are recognizing that the Panthers have some dogs, and we need to just take a moment to appreciate this. The last time the Panthers had 4 Panthers into the NFL Top 100 was in 2019. We had Cam Newton, Christian McCaffrey, Luke Kuechly, and Gerald McCoy. Now, in that season, the Panthers went 5-12, but I remember that was the last time, till last year, that I felt like we even had a chance to get to the playoffs, like we had a fighting chance to do anything successful, as that was Ron Rivera's last year as well. Because right after that, everything went bad and everything. Remember, guys, we had a time where we were watching DJ Johnson off the edge, a time where we had a DJ Moore who we let go. We lost a Christian McCaffrey. Cam Newton got shipped off. Ron Rivera left. We had Matt Rule, Frank Wright. We just had so much turmoil that went through this team. Baker Mayfield was our quarterback at one point. It was bad. All right, it was bad. So let's take the time as a collective and just appreciate the fact we have young talent. Bryce Young, Tetairoa McMillan, Derek Brown, and J.C. Horn made the top 100, and they're not even in their prime. They're not even in their prime. So this is something that we need to just appreciate as a collective and really understand that we are trending upward. We have some young talent, and the league is taking notice. That's the key thing. The players are starting to recognize, like, wait a minute, when you get 4 players in the top 100, that's letting you know that your roster is talented. So we're trending in the right direction, and let's just take the time to salute those 4 players for bringing Panthers back to their winning ways. Now, news has been circulating of a possible deal of sending Detroit's tight end Sam Laporta to the Carolina Panthers. Now, if this was to happen, we will probably lose a 2nd or 3rd round pick of next year's draft. But if you're asking me, I would love to make this deal happen for numerous reasons. Number 1, we need a tight end who can block just as well as he can affect the passing game. And Sam Laporta is someone that does both. In this survey by scouts, executives, and coaches in the NFL, they have ranked Sam Laporta a number 4 tight end in the NFL. And I think that this would be obviously a clear upgrade to our tight end room. How many times have we seen last year, as soon as Jatavion Sanders in the game, we almost know for sure it's a pass because the Panthers wouldn't put him in the game to block because that is not his strong suit, as we have seen. Also, we know if Tommy Tremble's in the game, then it's more likely going to be a run. And he's also going to be alongside a big receiver like a Bryce Tremaine or something, that situation. So now if we get a tight end that can do both, this just helps us disguise our play calling even more. And let's not forget that this guy is just, he's been absolutely a monster since he's been in the league. Now, he did have a down year last year, but his stats still outproduce our tight ends, even though he missed the back half of 2025 with a herniated disc, which requires surgery and shut him down. So, this is something that, obviously will scare us a little bit because we had a tight end room that was banged up in Tommy Tremble. But nevertheless, I would love this move. This just gives us, all the weaponry so we can really sit down and analyze Bryce going into this contract year. He'll, he'll have a receiver one in Teteroa McMillan. He'll have a receiver two in Jalen Coker. And then he would have a true tight end. I mean, this just gives him all the weapons so we can clearly see, okay, is Bryce Young our quarterback going forward? So if you ask me, let's make the deal and make it happen. Now, with the last topic of this episode, we have my big reveal. The big key to the Panthers' success in 2026 is one and only Brad Izzik. It's all on him. Okay, point blank, period. It is all on him. We know last year the Carolina Panthers went 8-9, and we were 27th in the NFL with just 18.3 points a game. That is not going to cut it in today's NFL. Also, we were 26th in our passing attack with 179.3 yards per game. Once again, this is not going to cut it. And our third down conversion percentage was a measly 36%. These numbers are horrific to say the least. And this kind of makes sense why Dave Canales probably saw that, he needs to focus on other aspects of the game and time management and relinquish his offensive play calling duties. Now, that just puts all the pressure onto Brad Izzik because now we have Jonathan Brooks coming back. We have Chuba Hubbard. We have a offensive line that's back healthy with Robert Hunt coming back. With left tackle, we're going to have either Rasheed Walker or, our rookie come in and fill that role. We also re-signed Brady Christensen. So we have depth at the offensive line. So we have pieces. We have talent. So it's really key that Brad Izzik is able to utilize that talent. Because let's be honest, there were many times last year we saw that offense take the field and they'll just go 3 and out after 3 and out after 3 and out. We literally lost, a playoff game and went home off of a 3 and out when we played the Rams. So we need more production on the offensive side. And a lot of that is on the scheme. We like to point fingers and throw it at Bryce Young or throw it at a receiver like Xavier Leggett. But ask ourselves, are we putting these players in the right position? As I just mentioned with the tight end room, we don't even use our tight ends half the time. I don't even know why they're running out there most of the time. I don't like when we use a Chuba Hubbard in the passing game. Like it makes no sense. We're using Jimmy Horn like a gadget guy, when he's a true receiver. And had we been utilizing him right the whole year, he would have made that catch versus the Rams. So there's a lot of things on this coaching staff that they need to correct if we are going to have a good year. And it's all on the offensive coordinator this year. It's all on the scheme that he devises. They seem to have some type of concept where they've came out and said, we still have more in-depth plays in our playbook. And they seem to kind of blame it on our personnel. Like we didn't have the personnel for them to really dig into the playbook and really expand our offense. Well, I'm calling that a bunch of baloney. We have the personnel. We have the big receivers. We have the speedy receivers. We have the offensive line. We're getting Jonathan Brooks back. I want the full offense this year. I don't want no excuse. No more excuses. Have the full offense. It is all on Brad Isaac. I'm hoping that he is just going to be a wonder, that he's going to bring something, that knowledge he had down in Tampa Bay when he was a quality assistant coach with the head coach down there at Tampa Bay. For people that don't know, that means he probably watched a lot of film. When you're a quality assistant, you're watching film, a lot of film and really giving that game plan to the head coach, and you're getting early reps and scouting the next team early in the weeks, and you're scouting a week ahead, and you're looking at a lot of film, a lot of breakdown. So that's where his coordinator knowledge comes from. He has seen a tons of film with his time in Tampa Bay. So we're hoping that that translates to what he's done now. He obviously had gained some, offensive play calling experience alongside Dave Canales last year, but I need him to be on some like Shanahan. I need him to be on some Sean McVay type, like, what I mean? Mike McDaniel type. I need him to be one of these young guys that next year just blossoms and everyone's looking like, yo, who is Brad Isaac? Because he is killing it in Carolina. That's the type of energy and what I need out of Brad Isaac. So he is the key, because we know we're getting out of the defense. Jared Everell's going to play the same defense. We're going to run our base 3-4 with our cover 3 scheme. Our cornerbacks are going to play off. We know we're getting out of defense. Our pressure should be better this year. So I have less words about the defense than I do this offense. And Brad Isaac is the key for 2026. So that concludes episode 1 of the 2026 season. Let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? Did I get it right? Is this the key to the Panthers' success in 2026? Is it on Brad Isaac to really unlock this offense? Let me know. Thank you guys for coming back to the channel. It is your boy P-Way, and I'm your host with Inside P-Town. And on my Inside P-Town, remember, stay in the hunt. Peace.